Hello Gemini, this is the Mystic Kitten. My name is Michelle. I'm going to do a read for you tonight. It's a spread that I call the Cards Tell All. We're going to go in with 5 decks, perhaps 6, depending on if I'm nosy and I want to clarify something further. Please like, subscribe, and share the channel so these messages can meet those who need to hear them. If you would like a personal read, you can find me on my Facebook page, The Mystic Kitten, and we can talk about what that would look like for you there. This is a general reading. It will not resonate with everyone. That's fine. You can always check your other signs in your chart and find your story or clarification there. And cross watchers, you got to switch those energies. So let's see what they have to say. All right, let's do this, Gemini. We'll get 3 shuffles. One more. Three wisdom cards for Gemini, please. First card is Beauty. Second and third card. So in your past energy is Beauty. Your current energy is Message. And your future energy is Difference. Let me move my coffee cup so that you have a chance of seeing what I've got going on down here. All right, so Beauty speaks to things not always being as they seem. So the rose in the picture is absolutely stunning. But the thing about roses is they always have the thorns, right? There's always the underlying issues, and sometimes we are distracted by how nice things look until we grab that stem and we get hurt. So to me, it seems like something wasn't quite what it seemed. It sure looked pretty on the outside. It looked perfect on paper, but the fine print wasn't quite as pretty. Moving into current energies, we're looking at the card Message, which talks about looking for signs from the universe, taking heed to messages that people have coming in, being open to new messages and new ideas that are coming in, being aware and present in all the moments so that we can see those messages and receive them openly so that we can get the most out of them. In your future, in your immediate future, you have Differences. This is understanding the differences between what was and what can be, what we want and what we need. This also speaks to making choices and seeing all the different possible outcomes, not just being hyper focused on what was, so we don't want to make similar choices so that that never happens again. Because just because those choices manifested those outcomes doesn't mean that with somebody different, choosing to love again will yield the same result. All right, let's clarify this. All right. Can we clarify Beauty for Gemini, please? One more shuffle. Clarify beauty for Gemini, please. Okay, we've got the Nine of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, and one more card. I need one more. And the Lovers upright. So yeah, this tells me that this relationship, this is definitely a relationship read, 100%. This relationship came in fast and hard, and you both fell. You both had this amazing chemistry. It's still there. You're definitely still holding on to each other energetically. With the Lovers card here like that, you're 100% holding on to each other energetically. You still want each other. You still think about each other. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, that tells me that there's zero communication right now. It also tells me that somebody, if not both of you, are being very stubborn and very unwilling to talk or budge about this situation. Both of you are taking the I was right stance on this. The underlying energy of the deck is, for this one, is Judgment. In reverse, followed by the Five of Swords in reverse, followed by the Seven of Cups in reverse. So this tells me that you were feeling very taken advantage of. You felt like you were lied to. Could have, the other person could be Libra, or either of you could have Libra in your chart. I feel like you felt foolish. With the Five of Swords in reverse, that tells me that you feel like you've walked away and you've broken away from this. You're kind of pushing everything to the side and not allowing yourself to acknowledge the pain you're still in. The Seven of Cups, yeah, for sure. You're in complete denial that you're holding on to this person energetically at all. But you are. Deep down in that subconscious, or perhaps you could even be following this person on social media or asking around friends, family members. You're definitely in some way still connected to this other energy though, 100%. All right, can we please clarify message for Gemini? Oh, too many. Cards gone crazy. Too many messages. It all came in flying at once. I felt the surge. I felt it. I've triggered some people. Sorry. All right, but in the message, for clarifying message, you have Justice upright. You have the Moon in reverse. You have the Magician, and you have the Emperor. So yeah, you're pushing these emotions away, but you feel completely justified in this. You feel like with Justice upright, you're completely content with the decision to walk away. You harbor no desire physically to want to go back. With the Moon in reverse, I do feel like you do feel a loss. I do feel like you're still sort of connected emotionally to this person. With all the water in here, to me it speaks to emotions, and with it being the Moon, that also speaks to wishes. If the Moon was upright, then it's wish fulfillment, but when the Moon is in the reverse, that to me speaks of lost opportunities or feelings of unresolved emotional feelings. The Magician, however, speaks to new beginnings, manifestation, forging a new path. And the Emperor tells me that you're working through this. You're allowing yourself to process it. Okay. One of the stories I'm getting is that though you feel completely justified in walking away, though you feel like you were taken advantage of and you weren't treated the way you felt like you should be treated, you still harbor underlying feelings for this energy. With that being said, you are processing them, allowing yourself to fall into the Emperor, at which time you will be able to then embody the Magician and start manifesting your new beginning. For others, I'm getting this sense of feeling like you still don't have all the answers. You still can't let this go because you feel like there's still lies and deceit and things that there was never any closure to it, which is what's holding you to this emotionally. This is what's holding you to this energetically, is your inability to find the closure from the answers that you seek, because this other energy is unwilling to communicate and give you these answers. So you're trying to manifest yourself into Emperor mode so you can just let it go and move past it, but you're not going to be able to do that. That's not how that works. Until you just release that energy of feeling like you need the closure, you are going to have to find this closure within yourself, because this other energy, I don't feel like it's going to come forward. Can I get clarification for differences, please? Clarification for Gemini for differences, please. Clarification for differences, please. 2 more cards, please. Okay. Oh, looks like you might have a Leo coming into your life, Gemini. You got the Sun card in reverse. You've got the Strength card, another Leo card. You've got the Wheel in reverse. And you've got the Death card. Okay, so the Sun, regardless to whether it is upright or reverse, is a good card. When it's upright, it talks about new beginnings and happiness and fulfillment. When it's in the reverse, it talks about coming into the light and allowing yourself to see the truths for what the truths are. The Strength card paired with that tells me that it is going to take a lot. You're going to have to dig deep in order to be able to accept the truths that are coming. You're also going to have to dig deep and to accept that you are not going to get all the answers. Because with the Wheel in reverse, this is a karmic cycle. And until you can learn to be okay without those complete answers, you are going to find yourself on this wheel. It's just going to start again with this Death card here, paired with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's just a karmic cycle starting over again. That's all it is. The Death card is the death and rebirth of the same cycle with somebody new. You need to be able to just release that need. because that's what's keeping you stuck there, is this, it's not even a desire, it's a need. Like, I feel like often your mind wanders and goes back to the why did they, or what should I call them, how do I ask, how do I get this information. The reality is I don't know that they know why they lied or they deceived, or whatever treachery has happened in this energy. I don't know why they did it, but they did. And it was definitely a soul union, and it definitely has caused you a tremendous amount of emotional pain, which is why energetically and emotionally you just cannot let this go. It's because you want the answers. But the reality is you need to implore the strength to be able to say, you know what, I don't actually need those answers. The answer is I love myself enough to release that and work on not allowing myself to find myself in that same cycle again. And that's when you can break that. That's when this death and rebirth is paired with the Wheel of Fortune, but upright. Because together, that's the ending of a cycle to start anew. But that can't happen until you learn what it is you need to learn from this cycle. That's the only way to break it. All right, let's get some Dark Goddess cards for you for advice. One more shuffle, Gemini. And here we go. Right, they threw you two. You got Indira, trickery. And you got Dee, revenge. Okay, these I do read right from the book, and I do that because some of these cards have some pretty great messages, and I want you guys to get them exactly as they were intended by the writer of the cards. Don't be tricked, or you will find yourself trapped. Open your eyes to see the truth. Someone seems too good to be true. Be true, honest, and integral. You are about to be found out. Don't let others ride on your coattails and take credit for your success. Protect your work. And Dee. There you are. Think about what you should do rather than what you want to do. Don't act in haste. Your partner's ex is on a warpath. Think through all your options before taking drastic action. Tell someone how you really feel about a situation causing you sleepless nights. Negative behavior needs to be addressed. Let's get a few clarifications, and then we will get your gateway oracle cards, and then we are all done. Two more shuffles. All right. Clarify trickery for me, please. All right, clarifying trickery, you got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. You got the Six of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Magician again. So this tells me that as far as you're concerned, there's no choice to be made. You see your victory in walking away so you can manifest a new beginning, which makes sense, right? Just be totally aware of all the things around you. Don't allow yourself to be tricked or fooled into thinking that it's that simple. Remember, if it looks too good to be true, it is. You have to work through that past energy in order for you to be able to walk away and have your victory and manifest something that's better for you and serves you for your highest purpose, right? All right, let's get 2 more shuffles and we'll clarify revenge. Clarify revenge. Gemini, please. Okay, you ready? Clarify revenge for Gemini, please. All right, clarifying revenge. We've got the Devil, Scorpio energy. We've got the King of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the Hierophant. And we've got the Ten of Wands in reverse. So, the Devil talks about obsessive behaviors. And Dee Dee talks about watching out for that. Exactly. The King of Pentacles in reverse talks about being greedy and being superficial and only seeing what they want instead of seeing both sides of things. The Hierophant talks about needing to go in and step away and really allow yourself the time that it takes to heal. And the Ten of Wands in reverse talks about a loss of passion and a loss of direction. So this tells me that if you carry on with this devil, this obsessive, this drive for the win, in greed and in stubbornness and in superficial nature in order to prove yourself right or to prove yourself better in some way, you're not going to be able to find that passion within inside you to go inside and find that Hierophant mode where you really examine yourself and learn from this experience and give yourself the room to grow. All right, let's get your gateway, Gemini. I truly dislike shuffling these cards. I love the messages of these cards, which is why I continue to use them. But the shuffling is definitely not my favorite. All right. What do we have message-wise for Gemini? 2 more cards, please. 2 more gateway cards for Gemini. Let's try this one. There we go. All right, so the first one you got was mending bridges. I heal rifts. I am a mender. So this speaks to not only mending bridges and healing relationships with other people, but also within ourselves. And learning to accept ourselves for who we are. Mistakes, flaws, everything. Sharing yourself. I am an incredibly generous being. And you're not going to be able to open up and share yourself unless you heal from this, because the page or the King of Pentacles in reverse is a very closed off person who is only looking to seek to get what they can out of people. Embarking on an adventure. I savor the wonders of the world. So this tells me that if you choose to go down the path of the Hierophant and allow this experience to enlighten you, it's going to be quite the adventure, because you're going to see yourself in a way that I don't think you ever have before, Gemini. So with that, I wish you good luck on that adventure. I hope the rest of March treats you very kindly. I will see you very soon. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. And good luck, Gemini. It's never hard to, or it's never easy to acknowledge the things we may not like within ourselves. I wish you a wonderful evening. Blessed be, Gemini.